Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. J, and in this long video I would like to share with you my thoughts, my take, my opinion regarding to the most disconcerting, puzzling, shocking, intriguing thing that Giuseppe Pedrerol said last night in El Chiringuito when he was talking about Kylian Mbappe. Because the 90% of the time he was talking about Kylian Mbappe like if he was already a Real Madrid player and the signing would have been already done, or this is done, deal is, everything is okay, he will play for Real Madrid. That is the sense he was talking about Kylian Mbappe during the whole show. But there was a thing, there was a sentence, there was something really, like I said, disconcerting, shocking, puzzling, that really intrigues me. And it was when he said that if Al-Khelaifi is not okay with the price Real Madrid is putting on the table for Kylian Mbappe, then he might arrive the next season, the next year for free. So that means that if he still says that Kylian Mbappe might arrive to Real Madrid, might come to Real Madrid the next year, is because he knows that there is a little chance, little, but still a chance. There is a little chance for him to arrive to Real Madrid, not this summer, but the next summer. If there is a nightmare that potentially might be super harmful or disappointing or frustrating for all los Madridistas, that nightmare is if I come to my channel and say, hey, guess what? Mbappe is not coming anymore to Real Madrid. That would be a nightmare, and everybody knows it. Everybody agrees with that. But in my opinion, although I think that the signing of Kylian Mbappe for Real Madrid is pretty much done, and that they both, Real Madrid and Mbappe, agrees in all the terms of the contract and all the stuff, we have to be careful. We have to try to be more, like content, more restraining ourselves before they say anything, because you still have a big wall in front of you, and that big wall is pretty much Al-Khelaifi and PSG, because you still have to negotiate the signing of Kylian Mbappe with PSG. It's not a walk in the park. It's a big deal. Because if Al-Khelaifi says no to the money that Real Madrid is putting on the table, then what? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Mbappe will arrive to Real Madrid for free the next year. Yeah, for free, yeah, but the next year. So we will have to wait one more year. And that is something that Los Madridistas don't want to hear about at all. That possibility for us, it's over. We don't want to hear again that we will have to wait 1 or 2 or 3 more years to see Mbappe playing for Real Madrid. So this super over optimistic position of Giuseppe Pedrerol, who has been claiming over the last 2 months that Mbappe will play for Real Madrid, I like it, don't get me wrong, I like it, but I prefer to stay away from Pedrerol and be more cautious and more careful when it comes to Kylian Mbappe, because he still has to convince to PSG that he wants to leave, and Real Madrid still has to convince to Al-Khelaifi to sell Mbappe to Real Madrid. So although I think there are a lot of reasons out there to think that Kylian Mbappe will wear the Real Madrid jersey the next year, it's still a tough thing to have to negotiate with PSG. I mean, it's not easy. You saw it 2 years ago. What happened to Neymar when he tried to rebuff his contract and get back to Barcelona? He couldn't. And Barcelona did everything they got to sign back to Neymar, and they couldn't either. Because when Al Khelaifi says no, it's no. I mean, in my opinion, Florentino Perez, which is a veteran of this field, of this, of the soccer world, he knows a lot. I mean, he has a lot of expertise. He has a lot of time. He's been around for a while, so he pretty much knows everything about every single detail when it comes to soccer, right? And he knows that Al Khelaifi is in a very difficult position because on one hand, he doesn't want to lose to this player, but on the other hand, he has to fix and make up the numbers from a financial standpoint, because PSG has lost a lot of money the last year, a lot of money. So now he knows with only one more year contract left, Kylian Mbappe might leave PSG for free, and that is something Al Khelaifi doesn't want to hear about at all. Under any circumstance, he wants to lose to Kylian Mbappe for free. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, of course, if he has to report to Qatar, obviously, the best way for him, the best thing he can get, the best thing he can achieve is to keep Kylian Mbappe in the team and, of course, make up the numbers a little bit so they don't go bankrupt or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So Al Khelaifi is going through a difficult and tough situation as well. It's not only Real Madrid and Mbappe, it's also Al Khelaifi. It's not going to be a super easy decision for the president of PSG. It's obviously bad as well. I mean, it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when Florentino says that they only going to put 100 million on the table, is, I think, because he knows, or his guess is that 100 million is good enough. But you cannot say, okay, this is done, this is pretty much over. No, it's not. Because there's still a chance for us to lose Kylian Mbappe this year. And there is still a chance for us to have to wait one more year to Kylian Mbappe. So in my opinion, we should be careful, we should be cautious when it comes to Kylian Mbappe still. Because this is not done, it's not over. And we will have to see more chapters of this drama coming up in the next months. I'm pretty sure of that. This is not over at all. This is going to be a long story and long drama. I mean, all the way through the summer. I'm pretty sure of that. I don't know what is going to happen. I mean, I'm very optimistic as well, but not over optimistic. You know what I'm saying? So now let me know your thoughts on that. Just comment in the section below, and of course subscribe to my channel, Real Madrid Hub.